first two recordings is that we expected to open lower, but remember what I said in case I'm wrong, because there was some possibility of me being wrong based on this abundance card. The abundance card is indicative of a new high or a new local high or all-time high, depending on the time frame of the reading. But that's what was giving me kind of like a little bit of a sense that maybe the unicursal ends up being a little bit delayed. Right, we also have the fact that the Hermit card appears on the 17th. It's cross-reading correlation on the 17th rather than the 16th. So like I said, we could be like a day off on this sharp drop. And it looks like that probably is what took place. Or that's probably what will take place at this point, being that we moved higher over the weekend. But with that said, we still have this opportunity first thing in the morning, open up a long position, which you could have closed at the high there around 11 o'clock. And that's pretty solid, guys. That's pretty accurate. Look, you open up the long position here. Right, open up the long position here. We have a high and a low within close time proximity to each other. We go from a low to a high, right? Close time proximity. And then around 11 o'clock, you would close that long position. So hopefully some people followed through on that trade. And what I said is, on Friday, open up a partial short. Don't open up a full short in case we do end up with another high or another opportunity today, because it looked like it was possible. And here you go. So hopefully you added to that short position here. And what I'm looking for and by here I mean around 11 o'clock. And what I'm looking for is this breakout. Now, it's possible that this move right here was the breakout, right? Because we have this high between 1 and 2 o'clock, and also a low between a low closer to 1, but between 1 and 2 o'clock, where we revisit a support level that we recently met once before, right? There's also a high correlation there. So we have this high and then this low right here at 120. I mean, boom, right at 120, there's that low right there, and we revisit the support from the beginning of the day. So that's what makes me think that this right here could have been the breakout, the victory card that we see. But that's not necessarily the case. We could see the breakout here in this last hour, and it would be like a breakout above these levels. So hopefully people added to a short position here, but still kept it partial as instructed. If we have a breakout here in the end of the day, that's where I would probably fill in the completion of that position. We're probably going to open roughly around the same price level tomorrow and have a sharp drop at the open. Guys, if you have early access on our website, you'll be able to see all of the December one-day readings as early as this evening. We're getting ahead again here. We had a little kind of like delay with COVID and some traveling, but now we're back like getting further and further ahead, and we've got December out on the early access on the website. The December dailies don't come out until November on the publicly on YouTube. We've also got some November monthlies coming out relatively soon in the next couple of, December monthlies coming out in the next couple of days. And again, what I'm looking for here is this breakout, but if we don't have the breakout, like the breakout, either way, if we have it or we don't have it here, because this, again, this could have been it right here. What we'll see is a move back down, either with a breakout and then a move back down, or just without the breakout and a move back down, because we've got this art card here. So in the last hour, we should like see a retracement, a prominent move higher, and a full retracement. The Princess of Discs is a little tricky. That's why I'm saying if at the close there's opportunity to open up short, that's where I would finish off the position, the short opening. I would complete the full, adding to the short position to make it a full short position there. Hey, B. Will Amazon hit 120 this week? That's 2024. Where did it go? Sorry, guys. I have something in my ear. Will Amazon hit 120 this week? Yeah, it's as I suspected. The cards, I already had the answer in my head. My guides kind of gave it to me, but the cards confirmed it. It's not going to be this week. It's going to be the following week. Be as far as Amazon hitting 120, not this week, the following week. Hey, Proof, will BTC go up till end of month? That's some move. All right, well, we have a prominent peak indicated here on the 16th, and you can see that took place. What's interesting is that we don't have a sharp decline just yet. Although you could say this is a notable decline. We were up at like almost at 30,000, and we declined back down to 28.6. All right, well, we got this trough in here, the 14th, 15th, but the peak before it was a little bit off. And then there's that decline starting on the 10th, offering opportunity to open up a long position in anticipation of these peaks. So that kind of worked out. It doesn't look straight up to me. There's definitive, like, prominent peak or possible lowest low again here around the 19th, 20th, maybe even the 21st. This was not an easy one. And then we get into highs. Then we get into highs as we move into towards the end of the month. But it's not all in one direction. There's lows ahead. There's both lows and highs ahead for us in Bitcoin. Hey, it was luck. Am I still seeing SPY hit 400, 410 this week? So 410's all the way down here. It's possible. If we did, it would be on like the 18th, 19th. But let's see what the cards have to say. Does SPY drop to 410 by the end of this week? Before the end of this week? Yes or no? I got a yes. Like, at the latest, the drop will be on the 18th. Like, if we don't see a drop beforehand, because there might be this move right here to the upside at the end of the day. But we're definitely near, like, we're right at near the tops of the basically like tops for the month. I said there was some chance on Friday. I said there was some chance that the drop didn't end up being over the weekend, and that's why we want to open up a partial short rather than a whole short. And the instructions were to then add, if we did end up with another opportunity today, rather than a sharp drop over the weekend, we end up with another opportunity today. I would add to that short position in around the high of 11 o'clock, which boom, right there, 11 o'clock, 11, right on the dot, bam. Right on the dot. And then maybe at the end of the day, what I'm looking for is a possible breakout right here. It's possible that this was the breakout, the victory card. Based on the sequence of events, you could read this as the victory card. But my sense is that we probably have a breakout, and it looks like we may even be going into that right now. What I would look for is a breakout here at these price levels and us meeting the upper end of RSI. And if we see the upper end of RSI with a breakout here in the end of the day, that's where I would complete the short position that I've been accumulating. Oh, Bitcoin D. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take a look. So is it just... BTCD? Can I do that? Proof, can you explain to me what this dominance thing means? Is this like a technical indicator, like measuring it against other cryptos? Please explain. I'd like to learn. Hey AV. Hey Deduct. And I said we may not have the breakout. We could just turn around here and go and have a retracement back down to these price levels. Or we have a breakout and then a retracement back down to these price levels. But if I'm wrong about the move down and we just end up near a high here at the end of the day, or we see a big move in a breakout here towards the end of the day, either way, a high at the close or a breakout above these price levels here, either of those would be a signal to open up more the remainder of my short position for the swing trade. And I'd want to plan on the expiration being out. I'd want to have an expiration of at least the 27th, probably further out at this point if I could, with the expectation that I should be able to close out of it somewhere around the morning of the 19th. And if we're wrong about that, then on the 24th, I wouldn't stay in the short position longer than the 24th. Because it gets kind of hairy here, guys. There's possible highs and possible lows here in like the last 5 trading days, back and forth kind of going on. So a little hard to read. The 18th looks pretty clearly bearish to me from the 1 month standpoint. But if you missed it, remember, from the sequence of events, the cross-rating congruencies between the 1 month and the dailies, the Hermit card is a cross-rating congruency, giving us an indication of where on the sequence of events we are, because sometimes the timing will be off by like a day or so. And so when we see the Hermit card here, which is on the 16th in the 1 month, appear on the 17th in the dailies, it's pretty indicative that in the sequence of events we're ahead of the sequence of events by a day as far as timing. So what we should see tomorrow is the Hermit card kind of come true. And it's interesting because on the 18th we have the Satiety card, which is on here on the 17th. So you can see how the sequence of events is still in order. Hermit card, cross-reading congruency, Satiety card, cross-reading congruency. Oh, and also Emperor card, cross-reading congruency. Boom, boom, boom. And by the Emperor card appearing here on the 18th as well, it brings us right back to as far as timing, to being right on the day. You can see that. So we're ahead as far as timing the first 2 days of the week, and then we reconcile on the 18th. Interesting. Thanks for schooling me on that, Proof. Interesting. Ooh, big move. So, but it doesn't indicate that altcoins, by the BTCD going up, it doesn't indicate that altcoins will necessarily go down. It just indicates that Bitcoin will move higher and altcoins will not. Is that accurate? Yeah, see, okay, so we're not going to see that breakout. This was the breakout. Now we're seeing a turnaround here, and we should have a full retracement. This stays on the 1 month. This stays kind of like in no man's land because we're on track on the 1 month on the 13th with the cross reading congruency of the Hangman card, which takes place on the 13th. Then when we come to the 16th, we don't see the Hermit card. We see the Hermit card on the 17th. So the 16th is kind of like this, like no man, like I don't know what you want to call it. Like it's kind of up in the air, no man's land. How's Apple stock looking for the rest of the week? Sometimes I forget what month it is because I'm like working so much on a different month. Yeah, so this is on point as far as the 16th being an opportunity in the midst of a decline, open up a long position, and we create a prominent trough here. We should see a prominent crest tomorrow, and then a lowest low probably on the 18th. We're on the cusp of might go from a prominent peak into a prominent. It could even be that we're creating the prominent peak here. We had a prominent trough, and now we create a prominent peak, and then we go down further. Hard to say, but it looks like tomorrow is still decline. And on the 18th, I'd probably open up when we see a lowest low or close to a lowest low. I'd probably open up a partial long position for like a multi-day swing trade into the following month. Tesla for this week. Where did it go? Where did my main chart go? I'm so confused. My main... Oh, there it is. It's back now. See, this one's holding pretty solid, right? So we had these highs on the 12th, back into lows here. We should see a low tomorrow, right? So like today's this sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline, and you can see sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. We should see an important support level on a multi-day scale, on like a year-to-date scale highlighted here, right? So this is on like a year-to-date scale, and I know it's year-to-date scale because the Emperor card indicates a support level that's important on a time frame like at least one step larger than the time frame of the reading. So by that I mean the time frame of the reading is a 1 month reading. The Emperor card appearing on a 1 month reading indicates importance on a 1 year spread, if that makes sense, right? So we should see probably around here. Right, we had like a highest high thus far on the 4th. Boom. The 6th offered an opportunity in the midst of rally to open up a short position. You can see we opened much lower on the 9th. So that held true. End of a rally on the 10th. High on the 11th, 12th. This is like a 100% accurate reading thus far, guys. If you're wondering, the Tesla reading, the October reading is created on October 1st, 2023. Boom, boom. And so earnings are on what day? On Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday giving earnings. What day is earnings on, AV? Is it on like Wednesday morning? Or Tuesday evening or something? Do I think QQQ will fall more percentage-wise than SPY? Do you think Fed will hike rates in November or take another pause? All right, so do I think QQQ will fall more percentage-wise than SPY? So QQQ versus SPY percentage move to the downside. Looks like SPY is a bigger move. Interesting. Hold on, let me do that one more time. Hermes, stop barking, buddy. You want to come down? You smell so good. You just had a bath. Well, so on the end of the day on the 18th for Tesla, it looks like we have a notable move to the downside, and then first thing in the morning on the 19th, it looks like we have a notable move to the upside. And it looks like I missed that. Wow, this might be the lowest low right here, actually. on the morning of the 19th. I missed that stone right there. Good old Mercury retrograde. Which is when I did this markup. Oops, it's this color. You want to go down, buddy? I thought you wanted to come up. Now you want to go down? Okay. You can go down. There. All right, so QQQ versus SPY, which one has a bigger percent move? Whoa, it's definitively no. SPY has a bigger move. Will the Fed hike rates in November or take another pause? Now you want to come back up? Will the Fed raise Hermes? Go into your spot. Will the Fed hike rates in November 2023? I got a yes. I got 3 yeses in a row, actually. Interesting. Hold on a sec. Because the Queen of Swords is kind of like iffy as far as a yes. I'm not getting the clearest answers today, guys. Does the Fed hike rates in November 2023? I got a yes. They hike rates in November. I got a yes for that. Do I know anything about AVGO? What do you want to know to talk about AVGO? I think we looked at this once before. This is a type of stock that doesn't want to be traded. It wants to be bought and held. Yeah, this one would require price levels and stuff. That would require some extra work there, my friend. Um, yeah, I'm not getting the clearest answers today. And as far as which aspects are bullish, conjunctions, or oppositions, believe it or not, my experience is that it has more to do with the planetary combination, not necessarily to do with whether or not it's a conjunction or an opposition. But I'm not by any means an expert as far as financial astrology. I know quite a bit, but I would have to look at my notes for that as far as conjunction. I can tell you conjunction and neither opposition is not favorable in most cases, but again, it really depends on the planetary combination. Conjunctions are usually more benevolent or what's auspicious, if you will, but again, it really has to do with the planets. Meta price action this week. So there might be a little move to the upside here at the end of the day. I think there's probably a move to the upside here in the last few minutes. I would expect the retracement of this move higher. I would expect the retracement of this. This looks like we may already be, like, this could have been the priestess card right here. Just this, and then this could be gain here. And then this is kind of shoved over clear kinetically, indicating it probably starts on the 17th rather than the 18th. A retracement back down there, but a low around the 18th, 19th, or maybe double low on the 18th and then on the 19th, and then a trough that's probably close around the 24th, 25th. But there's a significant move to the upside, it looks like, for Meta towards the end of the month, here in the last part of the fourth week. SPC is up 7% today. Appreciate it. It was luck. Quadrature. I don't know that term. I think there's another term for that I know and I can't think of it, but it's probably what you mean. I've never heard it called quadrature though. That's interesting. Hey Robert. I looked for your email that you mentioned you'd emailed me, Robert, but I didn't see it. Man, I used to have notes. I took these notes on planetary aspects, the planetary combinations, but then when I moved, where did I put that thing? You know, moving as much as I did in my life, my God, I had to restart and like without roots so many times. To live without roots, it's like to live without attractions. Oh, I didn't check that one. All right, I'll check it out. All right, guys. So that's the close right there. I'm just gonna recap real quick, and then I'm gonna roll. You know what time it is? It's time to take Hermes to the dog park. Yeah, you funny guy. He gets so excited at this time because he knows where we're going. And by the way, he is the superstar of the dog park. Everybody loves him there because he makes the other dogs run around. All right, so recap, guys. We opened higher instead of lower, but I said there was some possibility of that happening on Friday. I mentioned that, and that's why I wanted people opening up partial short positions. You could open up the remainder of that short position there, and if you missed that, you could have done it here, probably here right now if you still could, if you haven't added to that short position. There is some possibility that tomorrow morning we open at roughly the same price level. It is some possibility based on the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Swords. They all have a very... and the Four of Swords is a cross-reading congruency. They all have very similar energies, so it could be roughly the same price level, but it's a brief peak that's easily missed. And as far as like the drop, the furthest out that I see it taking place is actually on the 18th, but I think we probably see it start tomorrow based on it not taking place over the weekend. That's my sense. So I want to be in a short position with the intent. If you're doing options, they should be in the money or at the money, not out of the money options. And the expiration should be at this point at least out on the 27th, but that might be cutting it close. Our expectation is to close out of the short positions here around the 18th, 19th. If that fails, then on the 24th, and that's why we want to have expiration at least the 27th. Now, if the 24th fails and you have expiration on the 27th, that's way too close for the third opportunity, which is most likely there on the 27th. You want to have expiration out further in a case like that. But I would probably, if we're wrong here and wrong here, I'd probably exit the short. But I don't think so because I mean, this reading's been like pretty much 100% accurate thus far. Right, so tomorrow I think we probably open at the same price level at a peak or crest with a notable selling. And then we might open higher again on the 18th with a real drop on the 18th into the 19th. That's what it looks like. And this actually nullified here might mean, because usually the Emperor card is indicating support that can be relied upon, but it's nullified, which could indicate that it's not to be relied upon. And that's kind of what it looks like, actually. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. It's the whole purpose of the channel, so really important. We do so here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits that you make from this information should be donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of the profits should be donated back to the channel here. That leaves you at 90%. To follow this rule every time you profit and not put it off, because we are what we are. Like, we become what we are now. We attract more of same. If we are the type of person that puts off the 5% here and the 5% there to later, when later comes, we'll still be putting it off. That's the way the universe works, my friends. So the universe has short patience. Don't be one of those people that gets shut off from that flow. Blessings, my friends. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, and real quick, guys. Also, we're going to start doing mornings and random times throughout the day. The morning live sessions are going to be... they're going to be for premium. Right, if you go to join on the website or on the YouTube channel, premium supporter 149. The morning ones are going to be here for premium supporter or higher. And then we'll have random times as well. I just uploaded basically the remainder of the December 1 days S&P 500 one-day readings. So if you've got early access, which you get here under our services SO Meta posts, subscribe here. If you've got early access, then you'll be able to look at the December one-day readings for the S&P 500 as early as tonight. All right, my friends, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Blessings.